G'day and welcome to The Tackle. An Overnight 37's look back at the three big moments from the weekend's AFL action. My name's Joel Gelding, the world's worst football tipper, it appears. And with me, as always, is the former Fremantle and grinning like an idiot, Sean McManus.
Yes,
hey, mate.
Well, I got one tip over you this weekend, Joel. Of course, Fremantle, the Mighty Dockers, took care of your team, Adelaide Crows, by a couple of points only on the weekend.
7, to be exact.
We were tough, we were hard, we got the bickies. I love it.
A wet encounter. Was very, very close. I thought the Dockers played better for most of the match. I think Adelaide were lucky to get as close as they did. Although, I did think we were maybe a bit robbed with Patrick Dangerfield hitting the post. It was called a goal straight away. The boys celebrated, but then this happened.
1,000 on the edge of their seats.
Post.
Adelaide in front.
Posted it.
The goal umpire said it's a goal. Let's go to the replay.
Score review.
The decision is...
Vision's inconclusive, so we said we'll go with the point, okay?
Now, I am no AFL umpire expert on the new system, Sean,
Yes.
but did that seem like it took a little bit long to decide to review the goal?
I've got no idea what the field umpire was doing, asking both the boundary umpire and also the goal umpire 30 different ways of the same question, which is, do you know what happened?
Yeah.
Why didn't they just go up and review it straight away? It was crazy.
And luckily, Dangerfield got a goal after, so it didn't really change the outcome of the match. But the Dockers get another win in the wet in Adelaide. Now they go to 8 wins and a draw.
7-2 and 1,
Yeah.
in fact, and we were sitting in fourth on the position on the ladder, just below Sydney.
They'd be very happy where they are. We move on to our second game of the round. Geelong v Gold Coast. Now, this was actually a really good game. I thought the Gold Coast put up a really good fight like they did against Hawthorn the round
Certainly.
before.
Yep.
But everyone was talking about Gary Ablett on Twitter, on Facebook and everything because he did stuff like this.
Really well done. Lynch stretched for it. Here's Ablett from the pocket. High ball. Don't tell me.
Yes.
Goodness gracious me. No. Goodness gracious me.
And it was his first game back in Geelong for the first time wearing the Suns colours. What did you make of the game, Shawnee?
Well, as usual, Gary Ablett is a champion. He performs that way on the weekend. What it does show us is that the Gold Coast in a couple of years' time are going to be the real deal. Now they've competed against some of the best teams in the comp and done a great job, probably for 3 quarters. I think people are starting to get excited about what the future may hold for the Gold Coast Suns.
Yeah, it's scary to think how good they're going to be maybe in a few years' time. But Geelong's still getting wins as well, like the Dockers.
Yep.
You happy with the way they're running this year?
Fantastic. Chris Scott, champion coach. He spent a couple of years with us at Fremantle. They're just professional. They get the job done. They just keep moving week to week. They keep on performing.
The good old Cats. We move on to our final game of the round. West Coast v Richmond. This happened last night on WA Day, of course. Weird having a game on a Monday. It felt a bit odd, but no one saw this coming. Richmond thumping the West Coast Eagles to win by about 40-odd points. The Eagles season, if it wasn't in tatters before, where does it sit now, Shawnee?
Horrendous. They can't make the top 4. We've said that already, so there's no surprises there. I still think they can finish in the bottom part of the top 8. But what we saw last night was a team that lacked inspiration, a team that lacked hunger and drive. They were just out there playing rather than competing. And if they keep performing like this, Joel, they're up against St Kilda coming this weekend. They'll get beaten there and their season will be cooked.
Now, someone at Nova actually sent an email out today that said something a bit interesting. I won't name who it is. It was Dave McClung, who's on from 9 o'clock every morning. He said, and now he's a diehard West Coast Eagles fan, sack John Worsfold. Where do you sit with that?
Oh, no.
That's what the Eagles fans are saying.
God, that is nasty. John Worsfold, should I say, is a legend. We can't go around saying that about him. Look, I think the players have been disgusting this year in that I don't think they've put their best foot forward at all. At all. They have got the ability to win an enormous amount of games from here on in, but they've got to turn up with the right attitude, and that's what it comes down to.
I think the least of their problems is blaming the coach. They've got
Me too.
They've got all the talent on the paddock. We will take a quick look right now at some of the action. The Tigers absolutely giving the touch up to the Eagles.
The 9 consecutive Tiger goals. Jack Revolt, 29 goals, 13 for the season. Once bagged 10 against the Eagles. Here he is. putting through another for Richmond. What a night for the Tigers.
To finish things off for the tackle, as always, we're going to take a look at the top 5 players from the weekend's Dream Team results. A bit of a surprise to who actually made the top 5 this week, Shawnee.
Yeah, well, Ryan Griffin was number 1. Of course, the Western Bulldogs had the win over Port Adelaide up in Darwin, so that was your hometown there, Joel. So pretty good. Brenton Stanton is one that gets a lot of touches, and he was number 2 on the list, so he had a pretty good year. For Michael Barlow for Fremantle had another good game. They're just racking up the possessions as well.
And Yablett makes it into number 3. No surprises there, but that is it for the tackle. Another week gone by. Well done to your Dockers, mate. You should be
well done to you, Joel, for making up the numbers, Adelaide. Good on you, boys.
Get stuffed. We'll see you next week.
Nova.